the wastewater bond I think is a little bit too much, and all the bonding really is a little bit too much. I think they first have to do something with affordable housing, homelessness, and then the overdose prevention sites. I really think they don't take care of the people.
But it just seems like there's maybe perhaps a more equitable way to do things. And maybe just this continuing to just issue bonds, raise funds from investors might not be the way to go in the future. And so I don't know. So I just do a no vote just because I could. You know, my little monkey wrench in the system.
I did vote yes on the sewer, but the rest I voted no for.
The capital bond, the $20 million capital bond, they'll see the results of that. That's sidewalks and streets and some of our maintenance, our vehicles and our fleet. So that'll just improve our operations. The water bond is long-term, and by bonding it prevents us from having a situation where we have a giant multi-million-dollar thing fail and then we have to pay for it out of capital. So it is actually a more even way to pay for those improvements, and it will be reflected in water rates, not in tax rates.
And so the increase to the education budget includes things like rent increases and teacher health care and, everything that inflation. There is some interest on our bond payment. So of course things go up. So that's kind of what people see. But that's just one variable of the education formula. So there's 4 variables that go into actually what we pay as Burlingtonians. So it's really good to know that this budget will lead to a 4% decrease predicted for taxes.
My sort of North Star is that I think of Burlington even before the pandemic, when we would get all sorts of recognition and accolades for being one of the most livable cities in the country. And now we're in the national news for our problems. And so the things that we need to do to get back to where we were are the things that I will stay focused on.
Well, the problem with incoming candidates, there was nobody running against most of them. Yeah. That's sad.
It's interesting that Ali Jang posted on Front Porch Forum that he was going to be a write-in, so it'd be interesting to see if folks come out and write him in.
I am disappointed that there is a lack of people running against Mark Barlow. I think that it's important to have choices, so I made sure I did a write-in. Thank you.
I was going to say, did you participate in the write-in for Ali Jang?
I did. I wrote his name. I was so thrilled that he said that at the NPA meeting, that he supports what the mayor's doing.
Pay elected officials a little more, I think, would help, especially at the state legislature. It's a vow of poverty to work there and great sacrifice. So that's one thing we could do, I think. Maybe local officials more, too.